locks in all the nutrients. Alexa, you never go back. Morning, I've got 2 words for you. Meal prep, because that's what we're doing today. I low-key feel like I look like Meredith from Brave.
My whole life is planned out.
But we're rolling with it. Today, we're going to be prepping 4 meals. We've got 2 main meals, 1 breakfast, and 1 sort of lunch/snack, I guess. But before we do, I need something that's actually going to keep me going throughout this meal prep because it can be a bit of a slog. I don't know about you, but I don't like cooking every single day. It just takes out of me. And recently, I kid you not, I found the best vegan protein that I've ever tried in my entire life, so I'm having that. I'm not actually vegan, but I switched from whey protein to vegan protein to see if it would help with my acne. And since doing that, I've been having vegan protein for about more than 6 months now, and my acne has cleared up so much. This one's from Proz's, and it's honestly the best that I've tried. I can't describe it, but it tastes different, like a richer flavor to any protein that I've ever tried before. It really shocked me the first time I tried it. I was kind of scared it wasn't going to fit, not gonna lie. I don't know if it's just me, but I feel like everything tastes better with a straw. It's not lumpy at all either, which is something that a lot of protein powders I've tried have been, so honestly, 10 out of 10. Yeah, if you do want to try it along with anything else from Proz's, you can use code SophieR to get a discount. But now, we're ready to meal prep. First up, we're making a chicken bake. This was frozen chicken that I just took out of the freezer and defrosted it, so that is ready to be marinated. And then we're going to chuck that on a tray with some veg. We're going to use spices. We're not going to make this like boring chicken and rice. It's going to be elegant. Then we're also doing fish cakes, but let's get marinating. I'm doing this first so the marinade has time to soak into the chicken, so it's really like flavorful all the way through. 2 cloves of garlic. My mom got this really cool plate. It's a garlic plate, so it's got like a rough bit at the bottom, and all you do is like rub the garlic on it so you don't have to peel it or anything, and then you're done. Then we've got our lemon juice. You can use an actual lemon if you have an actual lemon. I do not currently, but I'm just gonna put this on the plate so I can get some of the garlic out of the holes. Dried thyme. This is actually one of the recipes I have on my app and I share with my coaching clients. You can also access it if you get my new lean bulking blueprint program. But that's not launched yet. But yeah, there's loads of quick and healthy recipes on there, which is the whole point, because I am not someone who can be bothered to spend hours in the kitchen. So having quick and no fuss recipes is actually essential. That's what it's looking like. I'm gonna cover it and leave it to marinate while we prepare the veg. Let's get our rice game on. If you've never used a rice cooker, let me put you on. This has been a lifesaver when I was at uni, because I was so busy, and literally when I got back from uni I never had energy to cook, let alone time. I'm using brown basmati rice purely because it's my favourite kind of rice. Always wash your rice. You want about double the amount of water to rice in there. The reason this is so convenient is you literally just shove everything in there, press go, and you can leave. Like, I usually go and have a shower while this is cooking, and it's ready and fresh for whenever I need it. But you can also use it like this and meal prep in bigger quantities. It's also really great if you've got a big family and just don't want to stand like stirring and cooking a whole pot of rice. Actually, I'll put it on my Amazon storefront because I could not imagine life without a rice cooker at this point. Once you go rice cooker, you never go back. You can peel the sweet potatoes if you want, but I just prefer to wash them and like scrub them. For the chicken bake, I'm preheating the oven to 180 degrees C. I don't know what that is in Fahrenheit. And we're just literally gonna shove all the veg on here. Now this is my ultimate cheat code. This is frozen butternut squash. It's really great because often frozen fruit and veg is so much cheaper than getting it fresh, and it locks in all the nutrients, so you're not losing any of those either. And it's already cut, so you don't need to prepare it. Because butternut squashes are thick. So many people don't realize this, but you can actually eat the broccoli stalks as well, so stop wasting them because you're leaving out a whole load of nutrients. I do like to cut off the outside because leaves. Now we're going to add the chicken, and I don't want to touch it, so I've got these little things, tongs. I'm planning to make 3 portions of this and then 2 portions of the fish cakes. I do it with the rest of my family, but sometimes there's things that I'm like intolerant to that they would rather eat. So like I can't eat a lot of beans because they don't agree with me, so I can have this when they're having like lentil curry or something like that. Spice things up a little bit, so I'm just putting some mixed herbs over the veg. And then I'm also going to add some smoked paprika. I'm going to bake this in the oven for about 30 minutes, have a little check, and then see if it needs any longer. Now for the sweet potatoes. Obviously, if you're tracking and you want it to be super accurate with everything, then you'd weigh out the raw ingredients. But since I'm lean bulking and you don't have to be as meticulous with tracking, I don't mind just weighing it after I've cooked it. Do you want to go circles? I don't know. Yeah, let's go circles. I was actually going to air fry these, but since the oven's already on, I think I might just make the most of it. You can do either. Like, you could have cooked the rest of that tray bacon in the air fryer as well, but it didn't really cross my mind at that point. For seasoning the sweet potato, we are doing pink salt, a bit of lemon juice, olive oil. I'm gonna do garlic, but I feel like everything else is quite garlicky, so a little bit of a garlic theme. So I'm gonna do mixed herbs. Gotta toss it to make sure everything's coated. You want to dice the onion up really small. Onions. I know there's a trick to stop yourself from crying when you're chopping onions. I've just not discovered what it is. I think you wet the knife or something like that.
Hey, what are you doing?
Cutting onions. So you're gonna put 2/3 of this in a bowl and whack it in the microwave for a minute or so, just so that it's a bit soft. We're gonna save that much. We'll use that in a bit. Clean as you go. While that's cooking, we've got 2 more cloves of garlic that we are gonna decimate. Actually, I've changed my mind, we're just using 1. Add your garlic to your onions. I actually discovered we did have half a lemon, so I'm gonna be using the juice of half a lemon and also to get the garlic off the plate. 2 cans of tuna. Now I'm only making 2 portions out of this, and I don't tend to have tuna. I tend to have tuna like once or twice per week maximum, just because of the mercury content. But there's over 30 grams of protein in 1 can of these, which is really great. Then you're gonna grab an egg. These aren't just any old tuna fish cakes. Oh no, these are curry tuna fish cakes. So we're gonna chuck some pepper in there. Also got some cayenne pepper. You can leave this out if you are a wuss. No, I'm just kidding. You can leave this out if you don't like the spice. Mild curry powder. You guys will probably notice that I just eyeball a lot of things, like cooking times, spice amounts. I just eyeball it. I'm sorry, I don't follow a recipe. That's what makes it so hard for me to try and describe recipes to people, because I literally just wing it. And somehow it just turns out good. And salt. Mix it all up.
We interrupt this program to bring you a special report.
Just gonna flip these. I'm gonna do 4 fish cakes because that'll be splitting it into 2 fish cakes per serving. There's 300 grams of tuna in this, so that is... But then I've got the onion. Alexa, what's 350 divided by 4?
350 divided by 4 is 87.5.
We'll go for 90 grams of fish cake. It was feeling pretty dry, so we're gonna add another egg. When I'm tracking this, what I would do is, instead of tracking like the whole recipe, I'd track the amounts that would be in a single portion. And I typically save it as a meal on whatever calorie tracking app I use. That way, whenever I make it again, then I can just track the meal instead of having to type out all of the individual ingredients. You want it quite thick so it actually sticks together. Also gonna add a little bit of olive oil and a little bit of mustard. Okay, now we're going to shape them into the actual fish cakes. I'm guessing it'll be around 100 grams per fish cake because we added the other egg. You've got 2 options. You can either bake these, which is what I'll probably do just since the oven's already on, or you can fry them. Whatever floats your boat. The rice is done. I'm gonna leave the fish cakes in there for about 10 minutes or so, give them a check and flip them over, then another 10 minutes if needed. But to go with them, we've obviously got the sweet potato and green beans. Cook them in the microwave for like 6 minutes. While that's cooking, we're going to prepare the breakfast recipe, and this one's actually pretty special because it's my mum's birthday tomorrow and she's gluten-free. I'm personally not gluten-free, so I do eat things with wheat like sourdough, Weetabix, and some other breads like hot cross buns every so often. You might have seen in my what I eat in a days though that most of my meals are gluten-free because as a family we just tend to cook things that everyone can eat. But that being said, I'm going to make my mum some granola, gluten-free granola for her birthday because she finds it hard as a gluten-free person to get cereal that she actually enjoys and isn't boring. So that's what I'm gonna do. I don't know what that was, sorry I got me excited there. Now I don't usually work in cups because it's not as accurate than compared to if you just measure it in grams, but my mum doesn't track, so I'm just gonna measure it in cups. I need 3 cups of oats. Just under half a cup of honey, half a cup of olive oil. I'm gonna turn the fish cakes. Oh, just bashed money. That really hurt. That's gonna be a bruise. Okay, back to the granola. We're gonna throw in there just under 1/4 cup of chia seeds, 1/4 cup of pumpkin seeds. Oh, this is a 1/3 cup. About 1/4 cup of linseed. About half a cup of chopped almonds. A lot of those were from Proz's, and I've also got this dried coconut from Proz's too. This is the same place I got I get all of my supplements and protein powder. I am gonna add dried fruit to this as well, but I'll do that after it's been baked. Half a cup of coconut flakes. They're not like tiny flakes either, they're proper flakes. Lay it all out on there. Spread it out. We are swiftly running out of time because I need to go to the gym, so we're gonna box up this meal prep. A little hack you can use, instead of having to put each box on the scales to measure it out, if you're tracking of course, you can put the container itself, like the rice cooker, on the scales and then just take out of it, because that way it just makes it a lot easier. I'm actually way too excited to try the tuna fish cakes. Like, I don't think it's gonna make it to the freezer. I might just have it for lunch today. Okay, taste test because I honestly can't wait. At the fish cake first. That tastes so good. Like, the curry flavor really comes through. I think it could do with a sauce, like some kind of sauce. I know Proz's does a whole load of different sauces, but I didn't get any in my last order, so I need to order some. But the combination of tuna and sweet potato, that's so good. If you try this, tag me on Instagram because you'll be blown away. So the granola is almost done, but we've got a little hack to finish it off. Dark chocolate. 1 minute. The chocolate is melted. Just stir it around a bit. I was thinking cranberries, but I can't actually find any, so I'm going to use some sultanas. Just sprinkle them on there. So now they're all cooled down, I'm gonna put them in the boxes and pop them in the freezer. They should just be ready to grab and go literally whenever I need them. Except that one. I've already half eaten this one. I really want some glass Tupperware, but I had one, like at uni, I had one tub. Someone else broke theirs, so I let them borrow mine and they never saw mine again that times. But I really want like a collection of matching glass Tupperware. One, because it's aesthetic obviously, but two, microplastics. And like if you go down the microplastics rabbit hole, this makes you cringe, but it's fine. Starting to feel more and more like summer. I've really been enjoying homemade coleslaw, so that is the third thing we're making. This is not going to go in the freezer, this is just going to go in the fridge and I'll work my way through it throughout the week. I feel like I'm literally using all the bowls in our entire house. When you're cutting the carrots, you want to cut them diagonally. So we're not cutting circles, we're cutting diagonals. I did wash this. You see what I mean? Thin little strips, not like diced like whatever this carrot turned out like. I just said lightly. Like 5 times. It's a bad habit, I need to stop doing it. So we're going to add lemon juice because lemon juice stops the apple from going brown. And then when we serve it, people can add their own sauces. Mainly because most of us don't like mayonnaise. I hate mayonnaise. Don't judge. But we can add our own if we want. You have no idea how much I love this. Like, I know it's just salad, but it's so much more than that. It's so good. I just remember this bowl doesn't have a lid, but I'll put a plate on it. This is where everything could go horribly wrong. This is actually Mum's granola jar, so she'll find the granola just in the cupboard as a surprise because I can't take the jar out the cupboard because if I take it out the cupboard then she'll notice it's gone. But if I just leave it there and then it's got granola in it. Now if you try any of the recipes in this video, do tag me on Instagram because that would literally make my entire year. This is another good thing about these silicone mats. You can use them strategically. I'm gonna leave the lid off this for a little bit longer just because you can see it's still a little bit warm. But I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did enjoy it, give this video a like, subscribe, and let me know what you want to see in future videos because I'm here for you. I need to go to the gym, eat this. See you in the next one. Love you so much.